Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to the channel. Here we are sitting up on the flybridge of MV Providence, staring out, looking at the water on this beautiful spring day here in Central Virginia. I bring this to you today to kind of let you guys know that we're going to do a few unboxing things today. One of the things is going to deal with some extra camera equipment. And then we got a new AIS today as well. So along with some tank sensors and some other things. One of the cool things that we found while making these first few videos is that we really like it, creating the content and creating the video and going through all that process. So we've added a camera to our fleet. We've been filming everything right now on an iPhone 11 and my son's iPhone. And we're getting ready to add a GoPro Hero 8. So hopefully that'll give us some more different kinds of photos, perhaps maybe some action photos. We're getting ready to head south here in a little bit and take that camera along and kind of see how it goes. So I hope you all enjoy the video today of the unboxing of, like I said, the GoPro Hero 8. We've got a new AIS to add to our Raymarine package, and then some tank level monitors that will give us hopefully a better digital input of our fuel readings. So enjoy the video. All right, guys, let's get right into it. Like I said before, we had ordered some extra camera equipment to kind of expand our ability to capture some video and some images. And we went on to GoPro's website and got one of their deals on their GoPro Hero 8s. So we got the camera, got an SD card, and then I got one of their three-way tripod grip arms. So let's go ahead and open the camera for one first. Now I have one of the older GoPros, actually one of the original GoPros, I guess the Hero 4, and it's been a pretty cool camera. It's just old and the video technology is so much better nowadays that we figured we'd upgrade and get another one. We wanted to try their trade-in program and actually go for the GoPro Hero 9, but every time we've signed on to the app, the GoPro Hero, the app is down from the standpoint of being able to put our trade in. So nice packaging, comes all protected. Here's the camera. It's got a color screen on the back. Inside we get a battery, an extra mount with a 3M, and a charging cable. All right, so we'll set that aside. SD card is an SD card. You can buy much cheaper, much larger ones, and you know, of course, on Amazon, and we have several of them ready to go into this camera. This one is just what came with it. All right, this is their three-way grip swing arm. All right. So in the box comes a lanyard. You have a mount for the camera. Guess you can use that as a selfie stick. Everything's adjustable, which I kind of like because you can do all kinds of different positioning things with it. So, and then it pops out, makes a nice tripod. So that's pretty cool. So we'll definitely be able to put this to use, and you know, we're getting ready to head on a nice trip. I'm going to go ahead and get the camera taken off the thing, and we'll charge that battery and hopefully put it to good use. So I'm going to tell on myself a little bit here. I had taken this off the packaging. I didn't read the instructions, which kind of tells you exactly what you're supposed to do. But I took this off and got one of the mounts, and one of the things I noticed was that was happening. I was like, oh my God, did I just break the camera? Nope. they're designed to do that. So if you ever get one of these things and you notice that one of the things looks like that, it's not broken. It's just meant to do that. So note to self. Also, in order to get this off, you have to pull there's a little rubber piece that keeps the squeeze clamps in place. If you don't move the rubber piece up, you can't squeeze the clamps, and that won't allow it to pull out of the mount. Also, for those of you who are first kind to a slide-in battery, the tray's there, the SD card goes right in there, and then your charging port is right below there. So, learn from my mistake. Anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. All right, the second part of the unboxing today. We're really excited about that GoPro camera. We got the battery in it, the SD card in it, and we currently got it plugged in to be charging. But this is our new AIS. So we have a standard Horizon VHF that has AIS in it. And we have a separate AIS antenna, Shakespeare AIS antenna, that we installed in a separate part of our blog anyway. Didn't catch that one on video, but it's part of our blog. And I have a Raymarine suite of electronics for the navigation side of things. So we got the Raymarine 650 AIS, and we got some Maretron tank monitors for some ultrasonic fuel gauge levels. So we're going to go through getting that stuff out today. So in the box, we have the AIS 650 Class B transceiver. Now this transmits as well as receives. We did register our product on Raymarine's website. They programmed it for what we're doing. And then we got 2 tank level monitors, one for each side of the tank. These are ultrasonic. They have their own tubes that go down into the tank and give you a pretty consistent, accurate tank level monitoring. They're also NEMA 2000, so they will report back to our I70S multifunction display. So this gives us a little bit of, as well as to the main Raymarine chart plotter, it allows us to kind of see a bunch of different things. This is one of a couple that we're going to be installing on the boat over time. So then we got some cabling to run from each one of the fuel tanks. There's a 20-foot section for the starboard side, a 30-foot section for the port side. And then we got a Digital Yacht makes a nice cabling kit. We'll go through that in just a second. So why don't we get the AIS looked at? All right, so what comes in the kit is you have your Class B, and so you have a separate GPS antenna, which we have for the boat. We have our separate AIS antenna, so it doesn't have to share the VHF antenna. And then we have the STNG networking cabling, as well as a power cable. So we have a spur line, we have the power line, and then this comes with its own GPS antenna. So we have, this will be in addition to the GPS, the main GPS, Raymarine GPS antenna that we use for all of our VHF and chart plotters. I wanted to get an external antenna because the master chart plotter with the real vision is all down in interior pilot house. And so I wanted to make sure that we always had signal. So this has a separate one, so this will get run outside. Like I said, the reason why we spent the extra money on the 650 is because it's so important when you're transiting large bodies of water, that especially if you happen to be out at nighttime, or if you're in particular in fog or some kind of storm, to be able to see what's around you. And while radar gives you a good picture, this, for all AIS transmitted vessels, will not only show us what is around us, but how fast they're traveling, how long they are, what they're carrying, and to some degree, if they filed it, where they're going. And we also wanted to be able to transmit out our position and our size and our direction, so that other folks are aware of us as well. So to me, it's a critical safety piece, and it was well worth the extra money to get it. Said I do advise having your own antenna for the AIS. They're made very specifically for that. Now you can use a VHF antenna if you want to, but I suggest getting an extra AIS antenna if that's something that you have the space for and are interested in doing. It's just my opinion and nothing else. So the I70, this is a multifunction display. Basically, all this does is it pulls NEMA 2000 data or CTalk NG data. The networks are basically compatible. Everything that's on your system will come into this gauge. And like I said, we're going to have a couple of them. I also want to put a wind instrument up there as well. And just because I really like having information. So a small little package, it basically surface mounts, and you have the ability to toggle through, nice cover for it, to toggle through all the things that you need, depending on what display you're trying to achieve. So in here comes, you have a bezel that kind of makes the installation look nice. You have a interference, radio interference clip to go over the cable. You have a CTalk spur cable that allows you to connect to the backbone system, and then manuals, registration information, that kind of stuff. All right. Next on the list are these tank monitors. Both, I'm just going to open one box. They're both the same. We have two 200-gallon tanks, one on the port side, one on the starboard side. They use that standard 5-hole mounting flange for a sending unit. I have one sending unit that's going bad, and so I wanted to upgrade our technology to something that's digital. Like I said, I purchased the focus tubes that come with these. If you want to look up, just look at Maretron tank level monitors. They make them for gas, for diesel, for water. You can use them to pretty much do anything you want to. The focus tube just goes down in the tank, and it just focuses this ultrasonic signal a little bit better to give you a more accurate reading. It also helps prevent some of the sloshing and going around, because the tank is basically a dip tube that's full, that isn't going to be impacted so much by the fluid motion within the tank. So we're really excited about this. Because like I said, one of my sending units is bad, and if we were going to change them, I wanted to change up to something nice. And lastly, and not least, the digital yacht system. They have a lot of great equipment. They have some cool monitoring things that we may kind of dip into later. They have some internal temperature, some water temperature, some humidity sensors, all that pair into a standard NEMA 2000 backbone. And we use that interchangeably right now. So we have all of our Raymarine electronics are tied into the CTalk NG backbone, and then we use a spur conversion cable to go from CTalk NG to NEMA 2000 for the other NEMA 2000 networkable devices that we have. All of it comes back to the same backbone system and can be read by the main chart plotter, by the new I70 that we got. So it shares a lot of that information, and for folks that like data and like to see information, the NEMA 2000 setups are great. I just like the digital yacht because it's a nice, robust piece. So they got good, all watertight fittings, of course, but it's just one of those things that the quality of this, I think, is much better than some of the plastic stuff that's out there. So again, just my opinion. Well, I hope you liked the unboxing today. We'll do a separate video as we install those things. And then ultimately, once we're done, we'll do a review of that equipment once we get it put in practice. So thanks for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed seeing the GoPro and seeing our new Raymarine pieces, as well as our tank level monitors. And we will talk to you soon.